Shut up, this is DJ X7. This is La Mezcla behind the mix. So one of my first topics is getting my mind right of things. So the first thing I like to do is I like to drink coffee straight up, whether it's nighttime, daytime, whatever time it is. It's Cuban coffee, half Cuban, half Brazilian. So you have to definitely do that. The next thing is afterwards is I start thinking of what I'm going to do. What kind of music I'm going to pick and so forth, which is going to be the next topic. The next thing I like to do is my music selection. My music selection is a very essential thing before I make a mix, because without that, I wouldn't be able to figure out what my mix is about. So sometimes I do an open format. Sometimes I like to do a little bit of just salsa, merengue, bachata, dembow. All depends, what I'm feeling for it. One thing I like to do is do my research on my music. So it all depends what kind of remixes I currently have and what remixes I need, because that's something that is essential. That's me personally. Now, another thing that I like to do is do my research, top billboards, and my throwbacks. What am I missing from my throwbacks? Because there's a lot of music that needs to be collected. So that's one thing that definitely is a good alternative, and also a listening ear for all the new music that's out there that hasn't been played yet. So after I finish downloading all my music, the next thing that I currently do is I make my mix, a raw one shot mix, put it into this program right here. And this program is called Audacity. Audacity is a free program where you can download it. And then once you download it and you learn it a little bit, you are able to, raise the treble up a little bit, put the bass up a little bit, pretty much like a mastering, but a lower quality. A good essential to have is your studio monitors as well, so you can listen to the music at a really high, good volume. Now, after I do that, I'm able to drop here all my sound effects. So if I messed up as a filler, I can put in a sound effect. Or option B, you can put your DJ drops. You could also put LaMezcla, the ones that you do normally hear at LaMezcla.com. That's the one that we normally put here. Now, one of my go-to tips is a thing like I mentioned earlier. It's about checking your charts. What's hot and what's not. You also want to see your crowd, what you play in the music on the weekends, or if you play just at home. Go out there, check out another DJ, see what other people like and what they don't like, and then also incorporate that into your mixes. Because when you put that in your mixes, remember, people are gonna be like, yo, this sounds good. Now do it in your own way. Don't bite exactly mix per mix on the I call it from another DJ you just saw last Friday or Saturday. Just go out there and enjoy yourself. Don't judge the DJs. That's one thing I definitely will tell you. Your own fingerprint, like I said before, is your own fingerprint. You're yourself as a DJ. So once I'm done with the production of my mix, what I like to do is I like to listen to it right here on these little speakers. Then afterwards, I go running to my car and I get excited because I go to the car and I put it on there and I start jamming out, I start driving around. I take a nice little drive, depending how long the mix is. And then from there, I take it and I put it in my PA system. So, if you put it on your RCFs or whatever whatever your choice is of speakers, put it there and listen to it. If it sounds good, then it's good to be put on SoundCloud, or in my case, I put it in LaMezcla and then I put it in SoundCloud. And if I mess up, what I typically do is I just do it all over again. It's repetition, but I don't want to put out there junk. I don't want to rush my mixes. I want to make sure that something comes out right for the listeners, because I put my heart and soul into it. I want to make sure my listeners hear something good. Now, last but not least is thinking about the next mix. The next mix, I typically get inspired by other DJs and people like you that are my listeners. Thank you guys for listening to La Mezcla, and this was In the Mix Behind the Scenes.